So welcome back to返學 DSE, and we are now in biology chapter 22, and it is a series about different diseases. So first of all, you have to give the types of disease. First type is the infectious disease, which are caused by the pathogens. Another type is the non-infectious disease, which are led by different risk factors, the biological one, genetic, and environment, and also the behavioral one. In this chapter, we will focus on the non-infectious. For the non-infectious disease, some of them are chronic, and we will focus on these three: cancer, cardiovascular disease, and also diabetes. In this chapter, there are 3 steps. That is, describe the disease, state the treatment, and also state the risk factor. So what are the properties of the cancer? It is actually your own cell after mutation, and it results in uncontrolled cell division. And there will be different types of cancers, from tumor to cancer, and also the benign to malignant. For the malignant one, it is the invasive version of the cancer through the blood vessel and also the lymphatic system. It will go to different places, which means that you are more likely to die because of that. And for the treatment of cancer, you can remove it, that is by surgery. Another one is by radiotherapies, that is using the X-ray to kill the cells, and also by the chemotherapy, that is use the drug to kill the cells. And there are 4 risk factors of cancer. There is the familial history. If your parents have it, you're more likely to inherit those genes, and then you are more likely to have it. Another one is aging. That is, as you grow older, you have a higher incidence rate because the mutation will accumulate. And also the exposure to the carcinogens will also lead to cancer. That is the chemicals, radiation, and also virus. So which are they? For the chemicals, it includes TARs and nitrosamines, and also asbestos. And for the radiations, it includes the VA and also UV light and also the X-ray. And for the virus, it contains the HPV and also hepatitis B. And there are 4 risk factors, other 4 risk factors for cancer. There is the unhealthy lifestyle, that is smoking, heavy drinking, eating meat and processed food, and also the lack of exercise. In order to prevent cancer, you have to reduce the exposure to the carcinogens. That is, adopting the healthy lifestyles like wearing gloves and applying the sun protection, avoiding multiple sex mates, and so on and so forth. So these are all things that we keep on talking about over and over again. After that, we will come to the cardiovascular disease. It involves heart and also the blood vessels, like the coronary heart disease, and it applies to nitrogens and also the oxygens, because the arteries is blocked by the cholesterol, and then your supply of nutrients and oxygen is limited, and then eventually your heart muscle dies, and it results in heart attacks. As for the treatment of the coronary heart disease, you can use drugs to prevent blood clots and also do heart surgeries. And here are the risk factors of the coronary heart disease, like the family history, aging, unhealthy lifestyle, and also health conditions. Finally, we come to the diabetes methods. Usually, we will simply call it the diabetes, which means that the body fails to regulate the blood glucose level, and it is related to insulin. And there are 2 types of diabetes. Type 1 is insulin independent, and type 2 is non-insulin dependent. For the type 1 patient, they either have too little or no insulin is produced. And for the type 2, it means their body cells fail to sensitive to insulin, which means that their production of insulin is okay. As for the story of the insulin, it is covered in the homeostasis part. It is produced in the pancreas, work in the liver, and this hormone is helping to convert the excess glucose to glycogen. It will stimulate the cells to uptake this glucose. So in short, if it doesn't work, you will result in a high blood glucose level, and it will damage the blood vessels and organs. So here are some signs and symptoms of diabetes, like excessive sweat, increased urine production, and also weight loss. So if you are suffering from these signs and symptoms, so you may better pay attention to that. As for the risk factor of diabetes, for type 1 is definitely family history, and for type 2, it is a combination of family history, aging, obesity, and also the lack of exercise. So how to treat diabetes? Actually, there are no cure. so you can only manage the diabetes either by careful control of your blood glucose level or by some external supply of insulin. For type 1, in order to prevent it, you have to do the parental checkup. As for the type 2, you can, through a healthy lifestyle, you can prevent this. So here is the extract of the HKEA documents. So we talk about 3 non-infectious disease: cancer, cardiovascular disease, and also diabetes. And then later on, we'll talk about some more about the infectious disease. So I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.